What's going on, fellas? This is Rob Carbone, and you're listening to BD4, where there's no better way to get your Yankees and Knicks analysis than by tuning into this podcast right here, right now. Let's go. What is going on, guys? It is Rob Carbone coming at you with another episode of BD4. Tonight we're on episode 73, and it's pretty much the same story that it's been all year. The Knicks lost again. They lost their second in a row. I'm really not going to make this one. It's going to be very short tonight because, well, first of all, I'm tired. Second of all, it's really, really hard, and it's probably really boring for you guys to sit there and just listen to me talk about the same shit, just the same exact shit every single time, whereas the Knicks they're either losing, they're either having some kind of drama within the front office or somewhere, or they're just, they're not playing their young kids. It's literally the same exact story every single time we do an episode. So I'm really going to try to make it about 10 minutes maximum tonight. And I know I say that all the time, and I end up going further and further, but tonight I promise you we're going to try to make it as short as we can because you can't talk about this much. Now, I will have an episode 74 will be out sometime during the break, during this All-Star break. It's going to be probably in the middle of the All-Star break, just to I'm going to have the the first half report on the Knicks where I grade everybody individually, a little progress report. So I'll have that out in a in a week or so, a little less than a week, sometime in the middle of the All-Star break. And but for tonight, we're just going to quickly recap how the game went and basically talk about whatever's going on of late. But before we dive in, just want to make sure you guys, if you haven't yet, make sure you follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, and also follow me on Instagram. And if you haven't followed my blog, follow that right now. My blog is called It's My Opinion, but you can find that on nysportstalkrc.wordpress.com. But if you also want to follow BD4 on all the different platforms I now have 7 platforms for it. So you can follow me on Apple Podcasts, you can follow me on Anchor, on Spotify, on SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, or you can watch the video cast here on YouTube. So just type in BD4 on any of those platforms. You'll find me, Rob Carbone, ranting about the Knicks, whatever it is. So let's dive in. I don't want to waste any further time, and let's just talk about, I guess, what happened tonight. I mean, they took the loss at the hands of lazy, lackadaisical, lackluster play, and it was one of those games where you kind of expected it. The last game before All-Star break, so both teams really were just sloppy. Both teams were kind of sleepwalking through this game, and that's really the tone throughout the entire game was just very boring and dull. So that led to a 96-point outing for the Knicks where they didn't have much offense, turned the ball over 20 times. They fouled 27 times. So it was just a slow-paced game. Nobody was really upping the tempo. Nobody really played great. Julius Randle did have 21 points. He did shoot 9 for 18, and he did have another great rebounding game, 13. But it's another one of those cases. This game, once again, it was the numbers do lie, right? I don't ever like that saying, the numbers don't lie. I think that's one of the most overrated statements in the game, in sports, because Julius Randle could be a perfect example of that sometimes. And tonight, just like some other nights, it was again the epitome of it. He did have an efficient line, whatever, but some late turnovers, some missed shots late in the game, and some more defensive lapses from Randall. But you can't kill him too much because he still was one of the better Knicks tonight. Just it was him. It was Mitchell Robinson playing very well tonight. But again, it was the fouls. 5 fouls for Mitchell Robinson, so he couldn't stay on that court, and that's going to be an issue unless he starts to realize that he himself is fouling. He's got to realize and put it on himself that, what, maybe I should stop complaining. Maybe I should start trying to figure this shit out, because he has not figured this shit out yet with his fouling shit. From game 1 of his career to tonight, whatever, game 300 something, or no, it's probably less than that, but yeah, game 100 and something of his career tonight, he's not even slightly, not even marginally improved in having discipline out there defensively. So he's, another 5 foul night for him, but it's the same thing. Could you just imagine if this kid was on the floor for even just 30 minutes? He would just be, the Knicks would be a little bit better than they are right now because he's that much of an impact. We saw it the other night when he played 35 minutes. What happens? He had 15 points, he had 11 rebounds, and he had a pair of blocks at the least, I think. So this is a walking double-double who can get you 3-4 blocks maybe when he gives you 30, 35 minutes. But he's never out there consistently enough to do that because of his inability to stay out of foul issues. And tonight was a perfect example. High impact, but at the same time, those flaws. RJ Barrett did score 16 points, but it took him 16 shots. Once again, he's had trouble finishing at the rim all season, and he got blocked a couple times tonight. Did have some nice drives. He's always been good at being able to drive and get to the rim, but the finishing is an issue. The jump shooting, of course, is an issue. He was 0 for 4 from three-point land tonight, but he scored 16. He rebounded 5, so a typical RJ Barrett rookie season night tonight for him. But yeah, the Knicks just didn't have the energy. They couldn't match the energy of the Wizards. Not that the Wizards had any energy themselves, but I guess it was the lesser of the two evils. They kind of killed the Knicks in the paint. The Knicks, despite not being, I don't know. I don't really know, man. It was just fucking awful. Their 3-point shooting, they finished up 3 out of 23, and that included an Elfrid Payton garbage time 3-pointer. So before that, they were 2 out of 22 for the first 46 minutes of this game, and that's pretty pathetic. It's been all season they've not been able to hit 3-point shots. So you got to start wondering, at what point are they going to go after shooters? They need more shooters. Reggie Bullock, Wayne Ellington, he's gotten a little better lately, but the Knicks need I'm talking about some young pieces who can shoot. So maybe it's in the draft to me. Maybe they use some of their 12 draft picks over the next 4 years and get some friggin' shooters, because I'm tired of this. And speaking of Bullock and Ellington, let's go. Why did Damian Dotson get 6 pathetic, meaningless minutes tonight? Why did Alonzo Trier, why does he continue to get iced from this rotation? Why does Bobby Portis go out there every night 25 minutes? Why does Taj Gibson still friggin' start? Why are we doing this with all these veterans, with all these short-term players on these contracts that expire at the end of this season? Why are we doing this? We're not going to make the playoffs, okay? So this stupid playoff mandate that the front office gave the Knicks is so delusional. It just goes to show how stupid and delusional this Knicks front office was, I guess, because I know they're trying to do a little regime change, whatever. But let's face the fact that you're not going to make the playoffs. So you're probably not going to come closer than where you are now, which is 7 games out of the 8th seed. So just go with the youth from here on out and do what a rebuilding team is supposed to do. Not false hope, but rebuild, but develop your young foundation. And they have not done that this season. They are going backwards, if anything. But yeah, for the most part, the best thing you could say about this rebuild process is that they've been stagnant, and that's not good. So it's about time we start playing our kids. I don't know, man. I guess it's just going to be whenever it is that they realize, oh, you know what? Maybe we won't. Maybe we were wrong. Maybe we can't make the playoffs after all. Who knows how long it takes them to realize that? But it's the Knicks, so it wouldn't surprise me if it lasts the entire season. But yeah. So I mean that's that. We're gonna do a little bit of an like I said in the beginning of this episode 73, we're going to do episode 74 sometime in the middle of All-Star break, to recap the first half of the season and to give out our progress report and grade each and every individual on this roster. But hopefully maybe in the second half of the season we start to see guys like Iggy, we start to see guys like Kenny Wooten. But again, it all starts with playing the youth that's on the roster right now. If they can start doing that, then maybe those guys come up. But we are far and far away from that. But that's all I got tonight. Like I said, just going to be really short. And if you guys haven't done so yet, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and follow BD4 on Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and YouTube. And once again, if you haven't followed my blog, It's My Opinion, be sure to do that right now at nysportstalkrc.wordpress.com. Once again, nysportstalkrc.wordpress.com. That is my blog, It's My Opinion. On there, you will find all my BD4 podcast episodes. You will find all my blogs, my recaps, my opinionated articles, and you will find all the outlets and platforms to where you can reach me. It's great. Just go subscribe to my blog, go follow my Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and once again sub to my podcast on all 7 platforms. That would be great. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. Knicks lose 96-114, and they wrap up the first half of their season 17-37, I believe. So yeah, not good, but we'll see what happens. I'll see you guys in a few days. Thank you so much for stopping by. This has been Rob Carbone doing episode. Let me just check the record real quick. I'm trying to check. 17-38. Holy shit. Okay, so that's not good. But all right, guys. I'll see you later. This has been Rob Carbone signing out of BD4 episode 73. I'll see you next time. Ciao.